Well, there she is, the new Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, sat next to the other demonstrators. So you've got the Continental GT, the Himalayan or Himalayan 450, a Meteor 350, and the shotgun I took out the other week. However, today we're here at Balmer to give a go on the new Himalayan while I'm waiting for mine to turn up. Mine's going to be in the same colour. Now this is a closer look at the new Royal Enfield Himalayan. This is I guess how they come as standard. So we're just waiting for Claire to come back. I mean, the finish on this engine and the whole thing is really, really good. So yeah, these are the tube tyres. So I'm getting mine with the tube tyres. And if I get a puncture, at least I can fix it at the side of the road. So this is Balmer demonstrator. So this is the one I'm taking out this afternoon. Looks like it's already had a run around in the wet. It's all a bit mucky under there, but that's what demonstrators are for. So quite looking forward to having a cabbie on this. Well, this is it. The bike's up and running. So I suppose without too much further ado, throw my leg over it and let's take it for a ride. That's right, what everybody says. It does lean over quite a bit. Get the mirrors squared away. That's better. Right. First. Wow, this is really, really smooth. It's incredibly smooth actually. Yeah, don't need to use the clutch to change gear. Old habits die hard. So, let's get to the end of the road, turn left. It's very light and agile, I must say. It is really, I mean, just really nice. Takes the bumps really well. So this is it. It feels really smooth. It's really light to tuck around. The song trousers out. Give a little bit of shake. That feels really comfortable. There's a bit of engine braking as well, which ain't bad. So as you can tell my audio's gone tits. Whenever I get over sort of 30 miles an hour or so, for some bizarre reason, I get that crackling, popping noise, and I don't know how to cure it. So if there's anybody out there knows how to cure that popping noise, please pop in the chat and let us know how to sort it out. I'm using a GoPro Hero 10 Black with a GoPro mic, lav mic inside my helmet, and I don't know how to fix it. I've tried the different settings on the GoPro. Yeah. So anyway, getting back to the bike ride. Now, I love it. It's everything I thought it was going to be, and feels a lot better. From the moment I sat on it, it felt comfortable. I've got the seat setting on the low setting, the standard seat on the low setting, which is, I think it's about 8.25, something like that. And my feet are fairly flat on the ground, with just heels just lifted slightly. I'm 5'9", or 175 centimetres, with an inside leg of about 30 inches. So I'm not the tallest bloke on the world, but I'm a gobby little scrum half. So, first impressions of this bike, I really like it. I really, really like it. I am so pleased that I put a deposit down as soon as it was announced back in, I think it was October. They first announced this bike, and then they started showing the YouTube videos of them riding across India and up into the Himalayas. And I thought, that's the bike for me. Last year I did a tour on a multi-stride. I went down through Spain, France and Spain, doing a ride through history. And I had a couple of close calls with it with my dodgy hip. Talking of dodgy hip, I've just come from seeing the orthopaedic surgeon today, and because I've started this new drug called Lafluma, he reckons that it may help with with not needing a replacement so soon. He said there's still a bit of wear to go on my hips and my knees, so I'm going to go back and see him again in a year's time. So I'm just going to go back to the original audio at the moment. The traffic goes. It is absolute joy. It is comfortable. It's capable. What's not to like? Sounds good as well. Yeah. Impressed. That's better. So what's not to like? Now I had a quick chat with Claire before. It was a bit manic out there in the shop today, but I had a quick chat and she's saying that Royal Enfield are slightly taken by surprise at the amount of interest in this bike. She's also saying that she's not sure about the accessories. So at the moment, not 100% sure about the accessories. So have to wait and see on that one. Dead badger by the looks of it. Clearly wasn't quick enough. There's a nice lovely bend. Look at this. This is just gorgeous. Yeah, I'm back on the voiceover. Now, you can see the problem that I've got with that crackle and the pop, and it's just distorted. I don't know why it's doing it. So if anybody does know how to sort it out, please let me know, because I've got the big trip coming, all being well, with a complete Himalayan with panniers. So yeah, I was just saying that Claire was saying that Royal Enfield have been taken a little bit by surprise about the total interest in this bike and the amount of people that are putting in orders for it. Claire was just saying that the last 2 days, people have been jumping on this bike, going out on a test ride and putting an order in for it. Fortunately or unfortunately for those guys, they got to wait until about July before they get it. I'm one of the first in the country to get it. Mine should be turning up next week. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, what I was saying about the accessories, the panniers, no problem at all. It's the bracket. They're saying that the accessories aren't going to be turning up until about the middle of May sometime. So I'm just hoping that, if nothing else, I can get the rack or the bars to fit the panniers on turn up and get those fitted before my trip. Else I'm going to be struggling. I should be really struggling with stuff. I've got a bag. The idea with the panniers is one pannier's got the sort of the breakdown kit and the waterproofs and bits and pieces like that, and the other one's going to have all my camera equipment, my laptop and everything, so I can, while I'm doing the videoing as I'm going round, I can do some of the editing at the same time. That's the idea behind all of that. If I haven't got the panniers, then it's going to be a bit of a challenge. Also going to have a bag across the back, just for the clothes I need. I'm going to be away from the 31st of May until I think the 25th or the 26th of June when I get back, and then it's a day or so turnaround, and then I'm off to the Adventure Bike Riders Festival. So I'm fingers crossed that we've got all the bits and pieces before we head out on the 31st of May. So getting back to riding the bike, it is everything. I mean, it's light. And the clutch, I mean, they're saying it's a little bit stretched out on the grip, so it's a little bit wide, but not a big drama at all. Most of the time, I don't use the clutch other than pulling away. Used to riding with a quick shift, so every bike I have, just quick shift them. And it seems fine. You don't need to use the clutch all the time with it. So that part, yeah, it's a nice light clutch anyway. Brakes. The brakes are really good on it actually. Yeah, it's got a single disc in front and the back. We had it set up in sports mode or performance mode rather than eco mode. So that, I think that just stiffens everything up slightly. And gives you, ABS front and back. So I did give a quick test on the brakes, and they are fine. No problem at all with them. What else can I say about the bike? Yeah, handles bumps really well. I mean, you can see the road surface isn't the best in the world. And riding around a New Forest, there's quite a few potholes knocking around, but it handled those fine. We get onto the twisties in a bit, and really nice. You just lay it into the bends, and there's some sweeping bends coming up, which are really nice. That it just felt really stable, capable, and yeah, it just felt easy to ride. It's not like my old 749S. Now that is a proper rider's bike. You know, not anybody can just jump on a 749. and and ride it, you need a bit of experience, especially riding it on the road. I hated it on the road actually. The old 749S Ducati was a handful on the road. Get it on the track, gosh, it was a fantastic track day bike. Really, really, really good on the track. But riding it on the road, yeah, no fun whatsoever. So this is the route that they send you out on. You come out of Brockenhurst, you turn left towards Lyndhurst. You get to Lyndhurst, you turn left, and left again onto the A35. Coming down the A35 here, there's a turning to Balmer or something like that. No, Burley. No, I'll see it in a minute. So we turn off there, and then we turn back towards Brockenhurst and come up over the New Forest, over the hills, the open bit, which is really nice. It's really, you'll see in a minute. I mean, fortunately, it wasn't raining today. It had rained earlier, but it fortunately had dried up, and you can see that there's clouds up there, and they're threatening clouds. But what I did notice riding around and driving into the New Forest, all the campsites are open. So to go with my new Himalayan, I'm going to purchase the Lone Rider Moto tent. You know, the one that A, you can stand up in, B, you can park your bike in it as well. And so I've got the big trip. I've got the first trip. Once I get the bike, I've got a route planned out where I'm going to visit some of the motorbike cafes. There's one down at what do they call it, Avon Park. Going to stop there for a cup of tea. And then I'm going to come up to Stonehenge and come across to Box Hill, and then come back down to Loomies. So got a little bit of a ride round to get the first 300 miles done in the first week. So I can come back in, get its first service out of the way. Hopefully the rack for the panniers are turned up by then, and they can fit the panniers. So that's hopefully all going to happen next week. So I think this is the turning that we're just coming up to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over onto the original voiceover. Yeah, so it can change down without the threat as well. Oh bugger! Why is he going my way? There's always one who wants to go your way, isn't there? Hopefully, Brockenhurst. And this is where I turn off again. Yeah. Oh good, it's gone the other way. Excellent. So there you go. I'll give it some beans, and it pulls away really, really nicely. So it's got it's got a bit of go in it when you want it. So you just got to give it a quick wind and blip up through the gears there. This road was particularly bumpy, but she just handled it. It's great. I mean, there are bikes that are you'll be bouncing all over the road, but the forks, the rear suspension just seem to be set up quite well. I'd had a quick look at how they set up the rear suspension. I think that's sort of on the sort of second to stiffest setting, and obviously the front forks are upside down ones, and they seem to be handling the bumps really well. It seems a well balanced machine. Really happy with the way that it handles. Now this bit we're coming up to is takes you through the windy bit, the twisty bit, which is particularly nice to ride. Actually, I was quite pleasantly surprised that you just set it up, let it fall into the bends. Look at this bend coming up. I'm holding back a little bit just for these cars. Hopefully the cars can go round the bends. And when there's so many cars, have you noticed there's so many cars that can't go round bends? They slow right down to go round a bend like this. This is gorgeous. This is a lovely bend, and there's a series of them coming up here, and the bike just sort of you just plant it, boom, there you go. Look, oh, look at that, just straight in and lift straight out again. There's some poor bugger in a push bike. Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. Here's another series of bends, and the bike just flows through them. So I'm really looking forward to getting this bike down in the on some of these classic riding roads. We've got the National 500 from Baden-Baden going south. Then we're going down onto the Grimsel Pass. I'm looking forward to the Grimsel Pass. And then we're coming back up over to Munich. And then from Munich we're going to be going down to do the Grossglockner. The last time I went down to do the Grossglockner, we got to the péage bit from the Italian side. and it started snowing on the top, and they wouldn't let us go. So I had to come all the way back down again, go into the next valley and take the train through to get back to Munich. But hopefully this time we're going a little bit later, so inshallah it'll be the Mutt's Nuts. We'll be able to go and ride the Grossglockner. I'm really looking forward to that. And then I'm coming back up to Nuremberg, and then I'm off to Prague. So this is a nice little sweeping bend here, and I look to overtake this car. It's starting to get to me, so boom, blip the throttle, away she goes. Yeah. And that's in sixth gear, no fifth. In fifth gear, just boom. There's another lovely little bend. Look, just look at the way she just flicks from one side to the other. And that's the glory of this bike. How they've set this bike up is really good. Now, I've ridden this route several times now on different bikes. I took out the Shotgun the other week and a Classic 350. Before that, I took out the Meteor and the old Himalayan on this route. The day I took that out, it was raining, so I didn't really enjoy it that much. So I'm just flicking the bike about. It's just so stable. It is a really well balanced, capable bike. And I think for the sort of riding that we're going to be doing, although we're going to be doing some big distances, another gorgeous couple of bends coming up here. Wow, look at that. Yeah, just holds it in there. It doesn't want to throw you out. There's nothing scary about it. Yeah, sort of riding we're going to be doing. We're going to be predominantly on A roads and stuff like that. We're not going to be doing big motorway mileages, but my whole trip is about 4,000, just under 4,000 miles. So I end up going to Prague. From Prague, I'm going up into Poland, to Sangin, and that's where the Great Escape and the Wooden Horse, that's Stalag Luft 3. So I'm looking forward to that, and then coming up to Berlin, and yeah, it's going to be a great trip, going to Copenhagen and a few other places on the way back down. And just before I get back to go off to the Adventure Bike Riders Festival at the end of June. If you've not been to the Adventure Bike Riders Festival, it is pretty awesome. So we're coming back into Lyndhurst now, so I'm going to go back over to the original chat that I was doing. So here we go then, we're back in Brockenhurst. Now we've got to do is remember where to turn to get back to the shop. This is the way I want to go. You have to remember to press the cancel. So, here we go then. Where's the shop? I think I'll go this way. So the shop's back down here. So my overall impressions of the bike, I like it. That has confirmed to me that I've made the right decision to buy this bike. I am really happy that I put a deposit down when I did. Just after I announced it in, I think it was Italy, at the show in Italy, I came along here and I put a deposit on of £1,000, and I am so pleased that I did. I know it's been a bit of a bugger and it's waiting for the delivery, but that was out of our control. That's because of what was going on in the Red Sea, and I think that's part of the problem why there's been a bit of a delay on it. It should have been here before sort of the middle of February, but because of this delay, there's also another bit of a delay going on with all the accessories coming over. So yeah, it's going to be tight, but fear not, dear people. This is a most capable bike, and I'm looking forward to it. So that's it. I've just come back on the new Himalayan 450, the new Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. It's every bit as capable as people have been saying. I absolutely loved it. It's I was only out for half an hour. I didn't take it off road. I went on the test route that they prescribed. But it just feels capable. It goes. You wind the handle and she goes. I mean, she's all mucky, but that wasn't me. I can't take the blame for that. But I can't wait to get mine. I cannot wait to get mine. So that's it. That's the new 450 Himalayan. Now there was one thing I want to look at, and you've got here is a USB, but it's a USB-C. So just make a point, it's a USB-C, not a normal USB. So that's it. That's the test ride done. I didn't want to bring it back, but they've got other people to ride it this afternoon. What's a shame. Never mind.